Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World 6. Back again to do something new. And this time is to pull something dangerous. What could possibly go wrong? It's me and nuclear cargo. What? I don't know. I know. No, I know. No, really. I know. It's going to be fine. Honestly. For those watching on YouTube, yeah, there'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get the DLC, the nuclear thing. There'll be a link down there to a Twitch page where you can watch live on Twitch, because that's the thing that I do. Apparently this is live. Hello, is this on? And a link down there to the Discord server as well. So yes, the Nuclear Cargo DLC, which has got some stuff on the West Coast Mainline. So we're going to start on the West Coast Mainline south. And then go to the Preston to Carlisle and see what there is to do. So a bit cargo-y, which isn't normally my bag, but nuclear. Good evening then to Trent, to Sim, any driving through Reds. Well, it's me and freight, isn't it? So chances are it's going to be going slowly, and I'm probably have to stop a lot to pull over, left indicator on, pull into laybys and things, to let faster trains go through. So probably. Good evening to Tigger. And to McBone, pull you in, you're dangerous. Wow. And to Colin, who's I'm not going to say it, he's been stabbed today, not in that way, with a little needle. Right, so let's get going. So West Coast Mainline south, it will appear, hi Michael, it will appear as a separate timetable. So we've got the nuclear and the class 20. Yes, West Coast Mainline south in it. So class 20 is what we've got, which is the Cargo 9. No, not the Cargo 9. That's all different. There's 9 of the cargoes. The Cargo line, nucleus. I was going to do this one, but I realised that's empty. So I think we're going to do this one, which goes between London and Milton Keynes. It's loaded. So that's going to be fine, isn't it? We'll wind the date back to August, so at least it's going to be not getting dark. Good evening, Nige. I always get confused. West Coast Mainline, the Great Western Line. They are both west. Yes, but one doesn't go on the west coast, does it? It goes down to Wales. Look, that's just a whole different... Don't worry about that. I get confused between the East Coast Mainline and the West Coast Mainline. I have to think that I live in the west of England. That's on the left-hand side. That's therefore west. The East Coast Mainline's on the right-hand side. Yeah, I know. Right, let's... It's difficult with the left and the rights and the wests and the easts and the norths and the souths. And then you go northwest and southeast and west, west-east and north-south and... It's a whole thing. Right, anyway. Let's open the window. We'll open that window over there. Master key is on. Reverser is in forward. Okay. That's as far as I get. Right, what have we got here? We've got wiper. Train brake is on neutral. Should that be on brake pin? Should I put that in? I'm guessing we're going to need a brakes. That's my locomotive brake. That's the train brake. Where's my... Oh, got lots of little knobs. Reverse is in forward, and that's my big knob. Okay. Left is always rememberable by holding your hand up, and if it makes an L shape with your fingers and the thumb pointing... What if your thumb's on backwards? Or if you haven't got a thumb? That's not very logical, is it? So yes, we're in a loaded class 20 then, with the nuclear waste. I'm guessing that's quite heavy, being that we're going to need things. Is there any lights on this? The Mr. Cab light, instrument lights. Are we not going to worry about what's this over here? Oh, that's the revert thing going backwards. Should we just not worry about lights? Are we not concerned? I think we should be too concerned about lights, should we? Okay. Is it actually going to go? Oh, hang on. I heard the revs pick up. We're moving. There's movement. Movement is happening with the nuclears. Right, so where am I going? I'm going via Watford Junction, go via Tring, stop at Milton Keynes. That's a thing then. I can drive trains. I am not as stupid as Michael looks. Okay. We've got a 20 limit. So I'm guessing it isn't going to take us on the main line, is it? Because that would just be stupid. Right, anybody know where the lights are in this thing? While we're coasting. Should we turn on the... Oh god, it's got AWS. Is Michael that stupid looking? Yeah, well if you'd have come to Doncaster and not got scared, you'd have met him. Shenzhen's... We're not going to worry about lights. I'm not as clever as you look, but you don't look clever. No, we have met you, remember? Yeah, so this isn't going to take us on the main line, is it? It can't. Because we're going to hold everything up. Because I can't see this with nuclear waste. Can I just hit L on the keyboard? No! Because you're not going to want nuclear waste whipping along at like 70 miles an hour, are you? Well, hopefully it's quite protected and they haven't just, you know, put in a couple of bag for lifes on the back. Are we glowing yet? Not quite. I'm slightly concerned for my safety and well-being. And it's just slightly where the lights are on this thing. There's got to be... Are these actually switches? No. My knob's shaking. I've got a shaking knob. Are all the light switches over on this desk? No, they're the same as this. What? They've got to be... Stupid train. Oh, hang on, we got 20. Slowly. Is a nuclear cargo safe? No. And I'm slightly... There's some speeding going on as well. Oh dear. Don't derail, don't derail, don't derail. It's fine, we're just going a little bit fast. It's okay, that's fine, perfectly safe. Oh god, we've now got a hill. Got to engage. Has this thing got hill hold? Don't stop. There we go. Hang on, are we horny? What sort of flipping... Hang on, what's this? Headlight. Hang on. It'd be the switch. Be a switch marked headlights is the one you want when you want to turn the lights on. Try. There's a train have something trapped. It felt like it. So yes, we're running alongside the main line then. Surely at some point they're going to have to put us on the main line. And yeah, a nuclear thing. It can't be that heavy, surely. Why does it need two? Okay. Yeah, so when you get... So this is the bit on the West Coast Mainline south. and then it's on Preston to Carlisle. They don't take. I don't know how it gets between Milton Keynes and Preston Road. They Royal Mail, like DHL it or something. Unless it goes via, is there a different bit of track it would go on and then isn't on the Birmingham to Crewe? Unless this was thought about before Birmingham to Crewe. Maybe safety purposes. Oh yeah, I suppose. You can't really have it like stranded, can you? It's willpower. Who's Will? One's for scrap, says Trent. It is an ugly looking train, isn't it? Oh, hang on. What was that? Stop beeping at me. What? Do they have to advertise the fact that they're hauling... Will is the kid in Stranger Things. I was going to watch that yesterday, but then didn't. Would they actually advertise the fact that they're hauling it? I suppose they wouldn't, would they? In case people that... you know, could do things, would then do things. So would they actually haul this in daylight, or would this be something that it just be like hauled at night? In that case, why am I hauling it through the day? Not as bad as that Dutch thing. What? Hang on, we got a 75 limit coming up. Oh, the ugly Dutch... Oh, God, yeah. Oh, I see. Isn't that the same with the Royal train? Wasn't that, like, not called something? You've seen them taking nuclear stuff by road during the day. Well, yeah, it has to go somehow. Sell it on eBay. For sale, nuclear waste. One careful owner. The cat video on Discord? What? Is McBone not had his medication today? Oh, was good. Cat video, cat video. Oh, with the kitten! It's fine. People waiting here. Wherever here is. Where is here? This is the place. I've been here. I can't remember what it's called. Wembley? Wembley Central? Yeah, because there's one of those tracks that isn't actually used. This train. Right, so we've got 8.6 miles to go to Watford. I got a 100-mile-an-hour limit coming up soon. I don't think that's going to happen somehow. I've got to say, I was expect. Now, I'll be careful how I say this. Hang on, we're after the point where no one's watching on YouTube anymore. It's not as long as I thought it was going to be. Hello, YouTube. No one's watching after 15 minutes on YouTube. I said that before. I have. I've heard that before. I was expecting to have to stop a few times. Hi, Daz. Because surely we wouldn't be on the main line for very long, would we? You know, they'd go on small roads, wouldn't they? It could be, I suppose. Yeah, limiting how much is actually transported. So yeah, so you only carry one thing, which does limit in case something happens. You wouldn't want like 30 carriages of it, would you? I don't actually feel that comfortable doing this sort of speed. As trains are, you know what I mean? Surely they wouldn't put it on the main line, would they? You know, they go on back roads and stuff. You know, on a B road or an A road. You wouldn't go on the motorway, would you? Oh yeah, because he's going to be between Watford and Milton Keynes. Oh, there's such things as back road train lines. Yeah, branch lines. Surely you could do it, couldn't you? You could get from London to wherever this is going. Dungeness. I think it's come from Dungeness. Via, like, back roads? It's got to be possible, surely. Because now, if we're on this track, we must be holding up things. Going to Sellafield for reprocessing. Yeah, reprocessing. Taken out to the sea and dumped. And then it'd be someone else's worry. Because are we on the slow? No, we're on the fast, aren't we? Are we on the up fast? Down, or the fast to my... Unless you're on the slow, I don't know. We're on one of the tracks. Just put it in the back of Tiger's bin lorry. It's going to the moon. Yeah, just send it up there, it'll be alright. Up main fast. Yeah, so why are we doing 50 on the... There's another cargo one coming the other way. It's quite cargo-y. It won't fit in there. That's what he said. So yes, we're not actually stopping until we get to Milton Keynes. So we've got a... Go via Watford, go via Tring, and then stop at Milton Keynes. And say then there's the Preston to Carlisle, which isn't in the chopper. I thought it might have been the same train, but it's not. There was a couple of them, I think, on the Preston to Carlisle's. Hello. Are you there, mother? Hi, Barry. That's what he did in space, 1999. Okay, does someone want to tell McBone that that wasn't real? We haven't been passed by much. Well, it's not, we've seen a couple of 350s, haven't we? We haven't had a 390 go past yet. There's an overground. I do like West Coast Mainline South. It's definitely up there as one of my favourite routes for this, because it's just so busy. The moon's real, how do you know? It could be an alien spaceship. I'm sure I've never been to Watford on the overground. One day. I need to plan our trip into London on the 20th of December. It's a block of cheese, Gromit. It's just an AI projection. It just covers the corner of the image at night. Or, yeah, make the full moon, half moon. So we're going to Watford then. I like the overground. I like the overground. I like the tram. I like the DLR. I'm not such a big fan of the underground in London. think a new DLR trains have been pulled, haven't they? Because they don't stop. You've been watching some of my OMSI videos. Why would you do such a stupid thing as that? Hey, I'm buying paint rollers on Friday. I'm going to B&Q. I'm slightly scared. First of all, I've been near paint for 6 years. Bing. Yeah. Hang on, I wonder if this was... Unless we actually do see a Pendolino. I wonder if this timetable was done before the Pendolinos were put... No, because the Overground's there. So we've seen Underground, we've seen Overground, we've seen Wombling Free. I'm going to get out the painting sponge. Oh yeah, I buy the paint pads, I don't buy rollers. And literally, the wall I've got to do in my bathroom is... The door sits up against the wall on one side, and it's the same width as the door again. So I've got a bit of wall about 7 foot high to do, and the width of a door, and then the bit above the door. That's it. The rest of the room is tiled. So I'm just going to pick me a colour. No idea what one. Get a set of paint pads. So that'll take about 5 minutes, 10 minutes to paint that. Yeah, I need like a litre of paint. That's it. Pink. That's only because that's what colour you want. It's blue at the moment. My shower curtain's yellow. I want to get a new shower curtain. I might just go white. Painting sponge. Oh yeah, I can't use a paint roller. Considering I sold paint rollers and painting kit for 11 years, I cannot use a paint roller because it ends up all over me. So there's paint pads. They're basically like a pad with a little sponge on it that you wipe, and you just wipe the paint on the wall, and it uses less paint and it's not messy. It's so simple. Yellow. I was thinking yellow. Something nice, just a real bright yellow. So yeah, so that's my plan for Friday on my day off. Rip out the silicone around the shower, re-silicone the shower, and paint the wall. And if I can get some vinyl flooring, you can get vinyl floor tiles. So I'm going to see if I can get some of those and redo the floor. No drips. I need to do a corner one as well. It's like about £8 or £9 for the kit. So you use it and then just chuck it in the bin afterwards. I mean, recycle it, clean it, obviously. So yes, that's my plan for Friday. And I was going to go out for a day on Saturday, but it's going to absolutely pee down with rain. So I might even be brave and tackle the spare room, because that needs new curtains, curtain pole. It needs painting, but that's a bigger job. That's getting very brave. Right, we are here at Watford Junction, where we're coming through at speed. I'm slightly scared. Oh, there's a Pendolino. I wouldn't say 2 days, it just... Exactly, it may snow. That's a lot of trains. Right, so through Watford at speed. Use the pole that's attached to my ceiling and floor. What, my pole dancing pole? Yeah, it's only because Michael wants to see me slide up and down it. I've got to say, compared to passenger thing, I can see why people like freight in this, and I kind of get it, because it is just set the throttle and watch a film, go make a cup of tea, put some toast on, walk the dog, and then just come back. I'm still trundling. One thing I like about these, although they're not normally my bag, I like to have them installed because it means you'll see them running around as AI services. So like if you were doing a passenger service that came down this bit of line at 4:30, you would see this nuclear train going up. So they're worth it to have all, I can't words, to have all that layering in. I'll be your dog. Woof woof. See, I was expecting to be stopping more. Because at the moment, it's just a non-stop trundle to Milton Keynes. I think the stuff on the Preston to Carlisle will be more interesting. Well, hopefully it's a train I can drive. Because otherwise it's nuclear and me and a train that I can't drive, which is most of them. Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I hadn't thought of it like that. Okay, can we get rid of Tiger? Can we have a vote? I think that's enough reason, isn't it? Bringing logic into a stream. All you do, get off the train and go get a coffee. Yeah. Yeah, ban him. I think that's enough reason. Get off the train for a wee. What? Would there be a toilet? There's no door. It's not. Where would you go? Coffee cup? Oasis bottle? But yeah, I suppose from a security point of view, stick it out the window. Realize how close I'd have to get to the window. And then you'd want to do that, would you? Because it'd be windy and it'd just blow back all over you. Unless you're fortunate enough that you could sit here and stick it out the window, then, well, lucky you. Alright, we got 10 miles to Tring, and then it's on to Milton Keynes. Have your mouth closed, your moth clost. See, I see Trent's spelling and I read it correctly now. I don't know if that's a good thing. I just looked at that and thought mouth closed. No, it's moth clost. Is anyone still watching on YouTube? No, they came up about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. Tomorrow, by the way, back with something new. What's it called? Purifiers. A cleaning game. Hopefully it's better than I think it's going to be. That's tomorrow. Thursday is Power Wash Sim, so some more wishy washing on Thursday night. Friday night is Roblox trains, so doing British Railways in Roblox. And then Saturday night I will be here. I was going to go out for the day, but it's going to be raining and cold and snowy, so I'm not now. So I'm going to go out Monday instead, where it's not going to be rainy and cold and snowy. So Saturday night I will be here with something. Sunday lunchtime is back on the farm, doing the farming thing. Sunday night, I'm going to be here doing some more repo. And then Monday night, I will be here with something. So lots of things to come. Comment moth clost if you got this far. No one's going to put moth. Imagine how confused I'm going because this is going out on YouTube in about 4 weeks' time. So imagine in 4 weeks' time someone puts a comment on YouTube with moth clost. I'll be like, what the hell's all that about? Someone was putting comments the other day where I get the logic to it. And I see YouTubers, professionals, do this. That they'll be recording a video and they'll say, comment down below to guess how much we sold this thing for. And I thought, well, who's going to do that? Because you could just wait 4 minutes and then you'll find out. But someone on one of the YouTube videos actually must have been responding to something I said in just a comment in YouTube. I'm like, A, I don't know what you're commenting about. And B, what? You'll put it in your calendar to do it. See, you got something in your calendar now, Nigel. What? Don't you hate children then? That was quite bizarre. You've got your holiday in there. Yes, I am holidaying next year. I will be going on an aeroplane. I will be going on an ferry. It was Tiger crying. Someone started to go towards his hair with a pair of scissors. Right, so we've got 7 miles to Tring and then Milton Keynes. At least you can grow it long. That's what he said. Oh, I said that last year. I booked a flight for this year. The flights were booked. The hotel was booked. The car hire was booked to go to Fuerteventura. Then I was let down. I should have just gone on my own, really, shouldn't I? So yeah, I booked a flight for this year. Oh, hello, that's making a noise. Yeah, so I used to. I just haven't been abroad on my own. In the UK, I'm fine. Well, Pat's threatened to come with me next year, so I think I'll go on my own. Would you be nervous as a driver? Or is it one of those situations where you don't really worry about what you're hauling? Like truck drivers that haul dangerous cargo and stuff, innit? Do you, because you can't drive thinking about the cargo, because that would make you more uneasy at driving. It's nothing worse than trying to drive carefully. Like, you know, anybody that's picked up a takeaway and put it on the passenger seat, you literally, you cannot focus about driving, because every time you brake, you're putting one hand out to make sure your takeaway doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, so if you've got hazardous cargo, would you drive differently? Right, we got yellows appearing here now. Does that mean we're actually going to be stopping soon? Does that mean our nuclear waste? We might be under attack. Oh, another yellow. Should be good, hopefully, maybe, slightly, possibly. Yeah. Well, I don't know, they're baffled, aren't they? So you don't get all the weight sloshing from one side to another side or forwards and backwards. Tanks are baffled. Because otherwise everything going around a roundabout, the thing will fall over. See, that's why I like this line. It's so busy. And we're just trundling along, holding everything up. Baffled, you confused attack. I was actually this evening watching, I've started watching Project Binky from the very beginning again. And I'm on episode 12 now. And this evening's one was about fitting a fuel tank. And making a fuel tank. I forgot how interesting it was. There is a train. Hello, train. I shall honk at you. That's a noise. Right, back off the throttle. Yeah, we guess that. Yeah, there's old footage in there of one of these being crashed, basically, to make sure that the flask that they're in doesn't get damaged. You know, how much inside that? How much protection is there? You know, is the actual nuclear waste something the size of like a, I don't know, football? Is it that much protection to protect something really small? Bing! Yeah, something the size of a Malteser. 1 gram of waste needs, yeah, exactly. People in hazmat suits and everything. It's like, literally, I love a Malteser. God, last time I had Maltesers, what was I watching? Watching a film. Our ex-comrade, I think. The box of Maltesers was opened. They didn't last very long. I think it's one of the Harry Potters. Right, we've got a yellow coming up again. And then 2.3 miles to Tring on our way to Milton Keynes. A single UK nuclear flask typically holds about 2.5 to 5 tons of nuclear material. The flasks themselves are heavy, weighing around 50 to 100 tons and constructed from thick forged steel. It won't be constructed of like paper mache, would it? It'd be something they're building on Blue Peter. Today, boys and girls, we're going to build a nuclear flask. They do. I do like the sound of a 350. Right. Are we going to get stopped after the Lello one? Or are we going to be doing the keeping going thing? It's a lot of sticky back plastic. It'll be time to make your Advent thing out of some coat hangers soon and bits of tinsel. Still don't know if I'm going to bother with my decorations this year. Probably not. Oh yeah, the Advent crown, wasn't it? I wonder how many parents had one of those hanging in the house that the kids made. Like, yeah, he made it. Bloody washing bloody Blue Peter. Don't forget the washing up liquid bottle. And toilet rolls, you know, how many kids are just wiping their bum every 3 minutes just so they can finish the toilet roll? And waiting for your mum to finish the bottle of Fairy. Yeah, flame retardant spray. Do you get a Blue Peter badge? No. They're still worth a lot of money. There's a register. I want to say QI, I think this was. There's a register of people that have Blue Peter badges, because apparently there was a bit of a black market going on for Blue Peter badges, because there's still places you can get into for free with the Blue Peter badge. So people were buying and selling them. Right, so it's just under a mile from Tring. Yeah, but it must be some sort of. I think you've got to have an ID card with it as well now. So I imagine there'd be some sort of authentication. Don't really see. Well, I do see the appeal of a 3D printer. It just every YouTuber that does 3D printing seems to get sent a 3D printer. How do Bamboo Labs stay in business when they're just constantly sending out free 3D printers? It's a bit like Surfshark. If you can offer 82% discount all the time, yeah, I don't think it's not actually a discount, is it? Right, we're 400 yards from Tring. This stream not sponsored by Surfshark. Right, we've got greens. We're going through Tring. Right, 17 miles to Milton Keynes, where we stop. So we've basically just done the whole line, haven't we? I don't know how far out of London, out of Euston we have a problem. We were. It's like DFS, yeah, exactly. Watch out for fake red lights near Cheddington. That's how the Great Train Robbers got on board. Yes. Well, there is that, Michael. Well, when I worked at Curry's, we finished for Christmas. So Christmas Eve, we didn't go home after we shut. We had to then get all the stuff out for the Boxing Day sales. So it was literally one sale right into another sale, and all the stuff that was on sale, I think it has to be sold at full price, or advertised at full price somewhere to be for a period of time. I can't remember whether it was 28 days or something, to then be able to be reduced. So it has to. You have to at some point be able to legitimately buy that thing at its full price to be able to then say it was on sale. So of course, with the likes of places like that, like DFS, not all their sofas are in all the stores, because one's listed in a catalogue somewhere at its full price, and then a month later it's on sale. That's how they do it. Welcome to economics. Right, so our nuclear waste is doing okay. We're making our way to Milton Keynes. Then we're going to switch to the Preston to Carlisle part of the West Coast Mainline, and there's also some scenarios you can do on that. One of them's 2 hours long. Obviously, you won't be doing that because that's too long. There's a couple of, it's like a 35-minute one and something like that. So we'll go at some of the shorter ones. That's the engine that's smoking and not the waste. Yeah, should this thing be smoking like that? It'll be fine. Realised today, 5 weeks this Friday, I break up for Christmas. That's scary. 5 weeks. Or is it 4 weeks? No. Hang on, I need to recount. It could be less than that. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks this Friday. I break up for Christmas. Two weeks in a house by myself. Shall we count the weeks together, boy? Hang on, I know what we could do. Alexa, how many sleeps till Christmas?
Good evening, Steve. It's 37 sleeps until Christmas. Santa has a little message for you.
Ho, ho, ho. It's been so cold in the North Pole, so I have all my red clothes on. Ho, 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 ho. I think red is my favourite colour. Ho, ho, ho. Come back tomorrow for another Christmas update. Ha, 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 ha.
Try saying play I Like Red by Santa.
No. No, and no. I've got my sprouts on. I will not be doing any sprouts this year. I didn't do any sprouts last year. I don't think I've ever cooked a Brussels sprout. I don't think I ever will. I think I'll be fine going through life without ever cooking a Brussels sprout. I was forced to have one a few years ago, and it was just like, well, how can people like that? It's horrid. Next, oh yeah, I finished work on, no, because I finished work on the 19th, the Friday. I'm in London on the Saturday, so I won't be bored that day. Sunday's normal, farming, busy. It'll probably be the Monday. Well, I'll be like, yep, bored now. Need a good 2 months of boiling. Yeah, no thanks. Right, so we got a 60, a 110, then a 60. So making our way towards Milton Keynes. But yeah, quite an easy run. Because we've had to slow down a couple of times, but that's it. Hang on, we've got a track change. Is that us? Sure, they're not going to send us through the points at 60. That just seems a bit rapid. You're going to slow me down. Unless they're elongated points where you can go through at speed. Oh, God. No, it's fine. That did seem a bit fast. Are we going over again? Yeah, we are. Yeah. That definitely seemed a bit rapid. That was only just. Oh, no, because he would have stopped, wouldn't he? I say, a train coming towards us. Yeah, that had to slow down for us to cut across in front of it. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, there's going to be something behind me, isn't there? What are we doing now? We're 57 in a 60. Oh, drove a new Transit today. And first time I've driven a vehicle with the little thing that tells you what the speed limit is of the road you're on. First of all, I thought, oh, that's really cool, until I was doing 31 in a 30. And the thing was beeping at me. That was the point where I went, no, just no. Well, how could... I was driving it for like 20 minutes, and by the time I got to where I was going, I was just frustrated with the bloody thing. It's like you should be looking at the road sign to know what the speed limit is of the road you're on. And one thing I was impressed by, though, is how when I went to a 40, literally as soon as I went past the 40 sign, it changed to 40 on the dash. It's like, so they've got to be like geo-fenced quite accurately, which means, you know, the technology is good, but it was annoying. And someone's got to drive it all the way to Glasgow tomorrow. I've already pre-warned them. Oh, you're going to get so fed up with that thing. Oh, it uses the cameras to detect speed. I thought it was a GPS type thing. Oh, more kids. I've never been to Glasgow. I kind of want to go because apparently it'd be quite amusing to get me on the Glasgow subway. Because they're tiny. Been to Edinburgh briefly. I'm really looking forward to going on the suspended railway in February in Wuppertal. That's going to be so cool. Right, so we've got 8.7 miles to Milton Keynes. Then say we'll switch to Preston to Carlisle and change train. To me, or does that sound weird? I wonder if the... So I think I've got a sound mod in for the 350. I wonder if that's affecting the noise of them. Yeah, I wonder if my sound mod's broken.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, you could have warned me you were doing that. That scared the bejesus out of me. Holy moly. Look, if someone else is going to follow, can you just pre-warn me first? Mixing Dave, thanks very much for the follow. Oh, Jesus. Yes, I appreciate the follows, but yeah, just pre-warn me in chat. How did I know it's going to do that? Look, well, just I'm going to follow you, not in a creepy way. I'm going to follow you. Okay. Don't need to change the boxers if I was wearing any. Yeah, welcome, Dave. And naming the baby. Oh, did they call? Hang on, what was this? What was Del Boy's Damien, wasn't it? You bastard. Sim, thank you very much indeed. 12 months. That means now you officially do get the Alaskan flag. Michael wants a picture. I'm sure he does. How's Michael's nuclear waste? It's nuclear waste like. It's very wasty. It's just when it's quiet and that, oh yeah, because I had it turned up slightly, it just scared the crap out of me. Anyway, right, calm. Right, 6.5 miles to Milton Keynes. We have a flashing, there's a flashing thing. The thing's flashing. Should it be doing that? You want a video? I might send you a nice Christmas present. That picture I keep promising you, Michael. I expected it to be longer than that. I said that earlier. That's what he said. And I keep thinking that bit of tape on the window, it's something in the sky. But it's not. It's a bit... Can you see it from the outside? There's a bit of something on the window. It's like a bit of tape on the window. It's all in my mind. There's a lot of things in there. You don't want to go in there. What tape? That. Up there. That bit. Hang on, has that moved? Hang on. Hang on, is that in the sky? What is going... What the fuck's that? What? Are we under... Is Milton Keynes under attack? LWD, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, people of the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Is it the... No, it's in the sky. Look, it's up there. I don't know what it is. I thought it was a bit... It's nuclear waste is leaking and having effects on me. You were last seen Plane Trim World... Plane Trim World... No, hang on. You were last seen... Oh. You were last seen playing Train Sim World 6. A flock of seagulls. I ran. Start again. No, I'm not starting again. Good evening. Words. Don't come easy to me. Okay, so I think we're going to make it through the rain. No, we're going to make it to... That definitely sounds weird. We're going to make it to Milton Keynes before we then jump to Preston to Carlisle. I think we're going over here again. Why don't we just stay over here in the first place? I need to have an evening where I just sit and listen to music. Ow. Anyway. Yeah, so an uneventful cargo thing. As I said, although freight isn't my thing, I do like having all these installed because you do see them actually as AI when you are trundling up and down. Who did Waiting for a Train? Was that Orange Juice Jones? Is that Orange Juice Orange or Orange Juice Jones? Is that Waiting for a Train? That was a good song. There's a floating grey box in the sky and you're worried about train noises. It's gone. Oh, it's up there. I don't know what it is. It's something. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's like in War of the Worlds when the aliens landed on Horsell Common, people just carried on with their lives. Go up and prod it with a stick. What's that? Right. Is it cloud? It's a rectangle of something. It's obviously something's not in the right place. I reckon it's some sort of vegetation that's up there instead of down here. That's a bit warm. Yeah, someone... yeah. Will you stop doing that? Magic Feet 14. It's not about the size of your feet. Thanks for the follow. You know what they say about men with big feet? It's not true. Waiting for a Train is a song by the Australian musical group Flash. Oh, it's Flash in the Pan did Waiting for a Train. Hang on, so what was Orange Juice Jones's hit then? Or is it Oran? O-R-A-N Juice Jones. What was their hit? If it starts making noises, I'm running away and not wasting 3 hours watching Close Encounters again. Do, 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 do. flash in the pan, waiting for a train. That's proper 80s music. Not that I was around then. Alright, 2 miles and we got to stop this thing. And then we should move north to Preston to Carlisle. Nice guy, Preston. He's going round after the stream. Tomorrow, by the way, the rain. I saw you walking in the rain. That's the one. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's a new game called Purifiers. Where it's only good in single player, which I think it might be, then we might do it in multiplayer. That's tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday, isn't it? Yes. Thursday night is something. Oh, Power Wash Sim, Thursday night. Carrying on doing the wishy-washing. Yes, nearly. Friday night is going to be Roblox British Railways. Haven't done that for about 6 months, 7 months. So we're doing that again on Friday. Saturday night, I will be here doing something. I don't know what yet. Tiger's promised to join me, so it'll be something single player. Sunday lunchtime will be some farming on the farm, doing the farming thing again. Sunday night, get ready. I know it wasn't to everyone's cup of tea last time. I really like it. Me, Tiger, Nico and Trent playing Repo again. That's Sunday night. And then Monday night I'll be here with something as well. And then next Tuesday, more Train Sim World 6. Next Wednesday, something. Thursday. I'm basically here every day. Monday's OMSI. We got to level 3 last time. Yeah, it must be my mod for the 350 that's affecting the audio for the 350. If I remember, I'll take it out. I won't remember. Oh, someone needs to remind me how far we got in story mode, in story time last week. Because I can't remember how far I've got. So someone could just come back and listen to the end of the stream. And just let me know last time. Be great. So I don't do the same bit again. Pooh did something. It just wasn't Pooh, it's Paddington. See, you're not paying attention, are you? See, it switched from Winnie the Pooh to Paddington. Marmalade. So basically I should just not bother anymore then, because you're not paying attention. Fine. I can't believe I put the last one on YouTube. I'm scared to look to see how many people have actually listened to it. Did I say something? Don't you start. We prefer an erotic story. Well, I can't do that, can I? Oh, everyone gets bad days, Connor. I had quite a good day today. Busy. Well, not too busy, but busy. See, you wouldn't stop this on the platform at Milton Keynes, would you? They know about the long weekend yet? No. I'm just going to keep quiet. None of the project managers know anything. Right, there we go. So 44 miles, 1 hour and 1 minute. We arrived. I'll show you. Go back to the timetable. In case you're interested to look at the DLC. What you actually get. So you get the class 20. I'm not ending yet. It's only an hour. Right, yeah. So you get those 4 services with the 20. So 59 minute, 57 minute, 1 hour and 8, and the one I've just done, 58 minutes. I don't know if you get anything else with any of the other. We've only got the 52. Don't think there's anything. No, that's just tea. I want tea. That's just tea. And then the 66 is, yeah, so you get those ones for nuclear waste then. So those couple. And now if we switch to West Coast Mainline, Preston to Carlisle. So nuclear. And then it's now finding, so is it going to be the 37? No, I think that's passengers. Yeah. Sorry, 30, yeah, 30, 37. Nope. 40. I found one earlier. It's not the 40. 45. It's not the 45. The 47. It's not the 47. The 47/4. Ah, could be this one, I think. Nuclear. There you go. So Carnforth to Morecambe. Why would you be taking nuclear waste to Morecambe? Seems a bit weird. So Carlisle to Kingmore. Then you've got that one. Kingmore to Preston. So that's a full line run. So let's do the one going to Morecambe. I think that could be quite... That sounds interesting. So we go Carnforth to Morecambe. And then we'll have a look at doing one of the others. We'll leave that as the 5th of June. Would improve the scenery in Morecambe. Never been to Morecambe. I need to do a tour of the shit seaside towns of the UK. Obviously we did... where did we go? Scarborough, didn't we? Which actually wasn't that bad. Right. Wait for 1 minute. Okay. Shove my thing in. Enter forward. Any of these do some sort of lights? Marker lights. On. Hang on. Why have we got... Surely. Okay, so we've got 2 things of nuclear waste. And then I'm guessing... old baggage cars? Baggage carriages? Oh, they're very old. What's that, an old Atlantean? But see, that's a proper bus. That's when buses were a proper shape, look. It's like an old Bristol. Anyway. Where are we going? Stop at the Morecambe Loop. I like a bus. I did like that thing we did. I said this before. The thing we did on the thing, you know, with the place, with the buses. I enjoyed that. Does that make sense? You know, the place with the buses and the thing. Right, stop at the Morecambe Loop. Doing the Morecambe Loop. Oi! Right. Yeah, I know this. That's why I haven't gone anywhere. I know there's a red. The Imber. That's the one. Imber. I enjoyed that. That was a good day. Apart from the fact that you had to leave early because someone wasn't allowed to stay out. So you had to leave. UK nuclear trains sometimes carry passenger coaches to transport personnel who are guarding or escorting sensitive materials, or as part of a diversified passenger service offered by the nuclear train operator. These coaches are specially adapted to provide accommodation for the escorting personnel in a more modern and comfortable environment than the older brake vans. Oh, I see. That's why we're not going anywhere. We have to wait for that. That's a long one. That's a very long one. If that's what you call long. Uh-huh. They don't call him Tiger Donkey for nothing. Right, we've definitely got to wait for that to sod off now, haven't we? This is where I'll... Hang on, we're moving. We were slightly rolling backwards. I'm rolling backwards for Christmas. Come on. There we go. We're moving. You can't call me an idiot. That's not very nice. I might be offended and easily upset. Hang on, we're slowing down. We seem to be slowing down. Do I want more babies? Hang on, is that train? It is, isn't it? That's that train that just pulled out in front of us. 1, 2, 3, 4. 17 coaches, I make that. That's fairly lengthy. So I'm guessing it was waiting for us. Because nuclear takes precedence over parcels. Yeah. So it had to wait for us to come past. Yeah, because I'm guessing it's going to come over here in front of us then. Oh, fine. Hang on, was Tiger taking the piss out of me then? Are you implying that I don't stop at red lights? I was nice to you today as well. Okay, 2 miles. I'm guessing we go off on the branch to Morecambe. take him to court, but we have 342 pieces of evidence. It's slanderous. Very slanderous. You wait till Friday night, because not stopping at some of the stations in roadblocks, it's bound to happen. I get confused because the keys are different. I can't use my little slidey thing. Oh, yes it is. He's behind you. Oh, where? I was in a good mood today. I called you fat. Exactly. That's why that proves I was in a good mood. There you go, see? You are fat. Yeah. Will I be the same this year? I don't know which one I'm going to be this year. I've been grumpy. Bashful, not for a while. Sneezy. I've got a bit of a cold coming. Doc. I can shut my thermometer somewhere. Happy, snorty, farty, whatever the rest of them are called. There seems to be a wed. Shrinky. I'm likely to be the Grinch. I'm not a Grinch. I'm not going to bother putting my decorations up this year, but I'm not the Grinch about it. It's just there's no point when it's just me. Right, will this thing actually stop? Okay, slowing is happening. I have pictures of humbugs ready to post. Right, so we have a red. Pass the red. I'm not going to pass the red. That's what idiots do, and I am not an idiot. Pass the G on the left hand side. I've said this before. When my niece used to live in Edgbaston, her next door neighbour was the mum of one of the guys from Musical Youth. There you go. They also didn't do that well because she was still living in a council. What's the word? We got one house on top of the other. Maisonette. Maisonette? Yeah, in Edgbaston. No, because it was a two-storey house on top of a two-storey house. So it wasn't a flat. Right, we're 2.7 miles to Morecambe. Block of flats. There wasn't a block of flats. It wasn't a house. It was called... It's got a name. I can't think what it was. Bob. I live in a Bob. It wasn't a duplex. No, that's American. He said it had a name. I did say it had a name. I'm sure it's a maisonette. I'm going to have to Google that now, aren't I? Maisonette, a self-contained two-storey flat that has its own private entrance from the street. Yeah, Maisonette. So it's basically a two-storey flat. I was right. Was the other called Mildred? See, I'm not as stupid as Nico looks. In all fairness, no one could be that stupid. Alright, so we're going off down the branch line now to Morecambe. Tiger is. Yeah, actually got a point. No, you're not. Maisonette. Exactly, that's what I said 10 minutes ago. Why is this going to... Look, has Morecambe got a port or anything? Because they... surely... would it... There'd be more ports up this way. If they're taking it out by sea, you wouldn't take it to Morecambe, would you? Heysham. Yeah, so why would it go to Morecambe? It just seems really odd. Anyway, Heysham is round the corner. So it's as though this was going to... Okay. Well, now it makes sense, doesn't it? Come on here bringing up your bloody logic or anything. We're not going to stand for that. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. That's... You expect me to read all that? There is no nuclear produced in Morecambe itself, but the nearby Heysham nuclear power stations, Heysham 1 and 2, will produce nuclear waste as they enter decommissioning after 24 and 2028 respectively. This waste will be managed according to national regulations and will be subject to ongoing safety assessments and monitoring, with low-level waste typically being sent to low-level waste repository in Cumbria. That was definitely words. This doesn't explain when we're going to Heysham, but okay. So should they be coming from Heysham? Ah, no, hang on, wait a minute, hold up. Now, I'm gonna move closer. Bear with me. What if? Now, surely at some point these tanks have got to be empty. So what if we're taking the empty flasks to there for them to fill them up? How's that? What if that was a thing? Flasks, that's what they're called, flasks. It's train time, and it has been for the last hour and 20 minutes, don't know where you've been. Or they could be just dumping them off on the Isle of Man. I'm not allowed on the Isle of Man. Considering it's called the Isle of Man, they don't like me. I am not welcome on the Isle of Man. I'm not manly enough. Well, it's your fault going out shopping when it was raining. That was a stupid thing to do, wasn't it? You should have gone out shopping when, I don't know, it wasn't raining. We really had... If you're watching this and you're new to the streams, A, welcome. B, if you're going to follow, pre-warn us, because someone nearly killed me earlier. And C, there's obviously something wrong with you, as I think that just proves. Barry, thank you for that. It's rainy all day. Well, it definitely sounds like a you issue. There you go, Chef Lad. You haven't got to put up with the ads anymore. I still can't believe that Susan clip was 8 years ago. Madness. Are a good group. Still touring. Right. We have less than a mile to when we stop. In the name of love. Da, 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 da. That's a dog barking. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Jeff Dunham's touring the UK. Ooh. Ooh. And for good measure. Ooh. Now that I would be interested to go and see. Right, we are braking shortly at the Morecambe Loop. Doing the Morecambe Loop. So is Morecambe one of those 1970s British seaside towns that looks like every other 1970s British seaside town? Well, I was in a lot of his old ones. Where's the one? Isn't there? Oh, Filey. Is it Filey? Where Butlins had its own train station. Is that Filey? That's because that reminds me of this station. Because that's pretty much been abandoned now. I do wonder how Butlins still keep going. I used to go to Pontins. We never did Butlins, we did Pontins. Pontins Moor Park. And then Pontins Breen Sands. We used to go a long way. We used to go an hour from home for a holiday. Went there for Christmas one year. I remember at Visions, I was just sat having Christmas dinner with like 500 other people in this massive hall. It was just really weird. And walking along the beach at Breen Sands on Christmas Day. Right. Well, that took that nuclear waste from there to there. Now what we'll do is we'll go back to the timetable and then see if there's another one. There was one that was only 2 hours. Well, I don't think there's anything that uses another wagon. And this is the only two bits of the West Coast Mainline that they run on is West Coast Mainline South, which is the one we've done, and then Preston to Carlisle. Haven't we done Preston to Carlisle much? So, yeah, there's that one that goes from Carlisle to Kingmore Yard. That's not very long. See, there's that one that's the whole route. Kingmore Yard to Preston. That's an hour and 53 minutes. And then you got that one that's 14 minutes. Hang on, we got 35 minutes. Carnforth to Preston. We'll do that and then maybe see if we get time to do one of the other 15-minute ones then. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah, again, so as I said earlier, freight not my thing. I get the appeal because it's chilled. I'd rather do a passenger service. But for me, it's the fact that when you are doing a passenger service, if you've got these installed, you will see these things running around, as it were. You'll see them in service. So it adds something else to your experience. Marker lights on. Right, so we're in it's the same wagon and we're starting at the same place. Hang on. So we're stopping at Preston Goods Loop. So I'm guessing we're going past where we just were then. We're not branching off. So is that same, hang on, is it the same time? No. So we're waiting for that same train to come past. Yeah, I used to love that, McBone. Like a lot of people used to tune in. The one thing which has made me kind of want to do it, I used to really enjoy him playing City Skylines. There's just something quite therapeutic about watching him do it. Which is kind of... I haven't played Skylines for ages. Which has kind of made me want to play Skylines. But I don't know. And I don't watch anybody on Twitch now, and the fact that I've been on both sides of the screen, as it were, I certainly see at times the appeal that you guys have of watching me sit and talk crap for 2.5 hours. In that sometimes it's about what's on the screen and what I'm doing can be interesting. Most of the time it's just something chilled and we just sat chatting. And that's the bit you don't get with the bigger YouTubers and Twitch streamers, is you can't really chat. Right, so we got a 26-mile run now. To Preston. Ooh, 101 coming in. If we can get the train going, we'd have a 26-mile run to Preston. There we go, we're off. Have you go, if you're in the London area and you fancy meeting up with a couple of us and you're free on the 20th of December, we're doing a bit of a day in London, looking at some of the sites. So probably go to Trafalgar Square, look at the tree. We'll certainly go to Battersea Power Station because that has some interesting Christmas lights last year. So that's going to be the 20th, which is a Saturday. Yes, Michael has returned. Right, let's get this thing going then. 20th, yeah, the Saturday. I was looking at trains this morning. I think the meet point will be our normal meet point, which will be St Pancras Station. Up the top of the stairs at the John Betjeman statue. But I will post details in the Discord server in the next few weeks where you can find it. Yes, despite the fact that I put pictures at the bottom of the stairs and where it was. It's just because you try and meet people in London, you've either got to go, we'll meet you at Paddington by the Bear, and then people go, where's the Bear? So St Pancras is easy because people are coming from all over the country. It's an easy station to get to if you're coming into London from other termini. Yeah, no real plan. I think Trafalgar Square you'd want to go to after it's got dark, so you'd leave that till last. So a bit of tram action, bit of DLR action, bit of overground action. Probably go to Barking Riverside. Bit of bus action. So go to Battersea Power Station. And then end up back at Trafalgar Square. I think Tiger's threatened to come. I think even Colin hinted at possibly being there, but I'm sure he'll drop out on the Friday. Because Colin. Oh, hi Colin. You've put a request for that day. Surely you're not going to, because you're on about coming down here for New Year's Eve. You're not going to be doing that as well, Nico. That's just madness. Unfortunately, Trent can't get that day off, which is gutting. It is. I like you, Trent. Well, I know you won't be coming because you're a miserable dimwit. Right, so you've got 24 miles to the Preston Goods Loop. Yeah, I said, it adds something different. I sort of get these DLCs. There wouldn't be many services pulling nuclear waste. It's like the military ones. You wouldn't get that many services pulling tanks and things. So I get the infrequency of them. They're fairly inexpensive to buy. And it's one of those things that if you do a line a lot, it means you're seeing these things as other services when you're trundling up and down. And it's something else to do. Yeah, I might do something in the Discord, as it's only like 4 weeks away, and do a ticky thing, like we did for the meetup for Doncaster, and get people to let me know if they're interested. I'm trying to Berwick. Fair play. Yeah, I loved it. Last year we did it a couple of days before Christmas. I think the year before last we were in on Christmas Eve in London, which was such a good atmosphere and surprisingly empty. We went to Stratford, the shopping centre, and it wasn't busy at all. Busy, but no busier than a normal Saturday would have been. I think I got back home about sort of 6 o'clock or something, or 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve, which is great. But yeah, so doing it on the Saturday this year, so the 20th. So yes, I should be training it from here. Probably getting to London at, I don't know, 9 o'clock, something like that. And leave about sort of 7 in the evening. You can get the same train. No! No, I'm going to drive. Yeah, I'm going to drive. Not getting the train, I've just decided. Just travel first class. I'm doing that when I go to Penzance in January. Tiger can follow me driving. His gearbox probably fail. Yeah, haven't we done Preston to Carlisle? I think I only did this once because I didn't like the train that came with Preston to Carlisle. I think there are rumours of someone doing a more modern timetable on this line. I think that would make it more interesting. Because we got the other bit coming at some point, haven't we? Crewe to Preston. Saying you'll be able to do Euston, we have a problem, to Milton Keynes. Then skip Milton Keynes to Birmingham. Then do Birmingham to Crewe, Crewe to Preston, Preston to Carlisle. Sat Ben. What? Who's Sat Ben? You sat on someone called Ben, Trent. Does he approve? I'm not sat on someone called Ben. I wouldn't object. Steve in Arabic. Did you ask Ben? Nah, just sit on him, it's fine. But that's called Ben. It's a very modern name. Benedict. I say. Benedict, come in, my bum. By the way, don't watch the film The Roses, it's shit. Anyway, film reviews by Steve. How do you like your eggs in the morning? I like mine with a twist. Yeah, there's not a lot going on this line, is there? I think that was the take I got it from it when I did it before, because it's not that busy a line, is it? Well, it is, but it's not as busy as West Coast Mainline South or Birmingham to Crewe. He's busy, but not that busy. You know we should talk about films. Don't even go there. I even created a subsection in the current Discord. Anybody interested? No. Sod the lot of you. I'm starting a new Discord, completely not related to the current Discord. None of you are invited. I shall find a community where I can talk about the West Wing, Grand Designs. Why did I slow down? It's not a 40. That's a noise. We'll go on strike. I think that's Trent being horny again. No, because I should be in that Discord server all by myself. I'll be fine. We will abstain. Of course you will. You'll go and join the squirrel then. Off you go. Go on then. See how long you last. Will he talk to you on the stream? No. He works yesterday. Yeah, not today. Probably not tomorrow, but he worked yesterday. It's not the most exciting of lines, this. Is it? Hey, I've got to work on Friday. Looking forward to that. No work Friday. And Monday. Woohoo! And I've already got 3 full weeks, then 2 weeks off. And then 5 weeks. And then 2 short weeks. For the big abroad adventure. Where after that weekend either the Discord server will be deleted or there'll be less people in the Discord server. That's going to be an interesting birthday stream on that Monday night. Be like, so what happened the weekend? Well. It's 2 on, 2 off. That's not bad. I could cope with that. Yeah, 2 days on, 2 days off. So there'd be someone on the opposite shift to you doing 2 days on, 2 days off. That makes sense. I don't mind that. Even you know, obviously you're going to be working Saturdays, Sundays, and stuff. But the fact your most days you're working in a row is 2. So you go in, have a crap day, you go another crap day, and you go, oh, it's my last day. I've got 2 days off now. Nico works 1 day on, 1 day off currently, or 1 day on, 2 days off. Yeah, but you can always join Tony's stream, Michael. If Tony starts streaming, then you can join him. I'm sure he'd love you to have you in the stream. I love you, Michael. What? Didn't say a word. Yeah, you really need to find another job, Nico. Hang on, I better put a bit of power on, otherwise we'll never get there. There we go. I think I might do some America next week. Back to America. Maybe do one of the the ones that aren't the Long Island Railroad. Boston. It won't be the Antelope Valley, that's for sure. No. Obviously, there was a DLC out last week on the Santa Fe thing, putting that back into the 90s with another loco. I didn't bother covering that because American freight, no. I'm doing this one because of the lines that it's on. Trenton. I did that recently, New York, Trenton. There's the Boston Sprinter. Do hoppers. No, I can't even pronounce that one, Trent. Horse. That's what they call me. Right, power. 15 miles to the Preston Goods Loop. Yeah, but we know you're going to move in about 6 months' time, Nico, and you'll be living on the outskirts of Glasgow. Because every time you move, you get further and further north. Be like, yeah, I'll move now. Where you live now? Iceland. Oh, okay. It'll be a Roy Bridge next, yeah. God, I couldn't imagine moving. It'd be a nightmare. Although, yeah, I haven't got much stuff, in all fairness. I can move closer to you. Ah, you want to be closer to me? So yes, we're pulling two. Hang on. So what if I've only realised this? Ulster Stevio, you starred Dexter Original Sin today. That's so good. It's a shame we only got one season. Yeah, anyway, what I was saying. We've only got one loco. You know, it's Tiger didn't answer my question. I think everybody else noticed. Didn't want to admit his undying love for me. That's what it was. Yeah, so what happens if this thing breaks down? We've got to sit there and call the AA or RAC. He was looking at something else. Yeah, I know the truth. So, hang on. Have you done new... Oh, God. So Trent's working his way through Dexter, which I highly recommend everyone to do. So you've done Dexter. You've done New Blood. Now you're going back to Original Sins. You're doing them in release order rather than story order. And then you'll save the latest one. Oh, God, the latest. Yes, the latest one. Holy crippin'. It's just like, so good. The rescue train will come out. Yeah, but surely if it's nuclear waste, you know, in the 20, I get the fact you'd have two locos, so if one broke down, then you have the other one. But this, especially out here in the middle of nowhere, or unless that's why. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to watch Stranger Things. I don't know if that's next week, isn't it? I've run out of shows to watch. I started watching... My boxes just flew across the room. Well, they're in the other room. I watched the first episode of Happy Valley at the weekend. I couldn't get into that. I was trying to find something like Vera to watch. Because I've literally got nothing to watch, which is why I started watching Project Binky, which, by the way, highly recommend. If you've never seen it on YouTube, it's taken them 12 years so far to get the engine, gearbox and running gear from a Toyota Celica GT4 into a Mini without lengthening the Mini. And once you get past the first episode, because that was their first thing on YouTube, which is weird because it references a video before that, but there isn't one. I've just now got completely sucked into it again and just watching the advancement of all the engineering, because I like a bit of engineering of doing this. Anyway, that's what I've been watching. Yeah, no, Happy Valley's like, I tried watching it. At the end of the first episode, I was like, it could be good. And then I wasn't drawn to watch any more. So I gave up. I tried watching Shetland, but then I watched first season, and then I didn't bother watching any more. I was watching a show called The Americans with Larwood, but obviously Larwood isn't around anymore, so I won't be finishing that. And so I've only got The Amazing Race, which I won't start watching that until that's finished. And obviously next week we've got Stranger Things, so I do need to find something else to watch, otherwise I end up going back and watching The West Wing again. Yeah, I didn't watch a film this week. Why not The East Wing? What did I watch on Sunday afternoon? I can't remember what I was watching. I watched something Sunday afternoon. So yeah, despite the fact all the shows I'm watching, I've run out of shows to watch. Because when the Heartstopper film comes out, I'll go back and watch Heartstopper again. I think Slow Horses, I'll wait now until I know when the next season's out, and I'll go back and watch all the seasons of that again. Stranger Things, it's been 2 years, and I can't remember what happened in the last episode. So I kind of want to watch the last episode of the last season before I start watching this season. But that's going to have to be maybe this weekend. It's been 3 years. I could go back and watch Stranger Things again, but then it'd be Christmas before I start watching the new season. Tried watching Law and Order Toronto, because that was new out. I thought you can't go back and watch the original Law and Order because that's been out about 25 years. So you couldn't go back and start from the beginning, could you? Because you can't start watching a new season or series halfway through. You have to go back to the very first episode and watch from the very first episode. So I started watching new Law and Order Toronto and watched the first episode and was like, so didn't bother with that. So I literally spent most of Saturday trying out new shows. The thing is, I rewatched it all, and the first 5 minutes was out, which was somewhat was going back to season 1. What? That's a sentence. Right, anyway, trains. We've got 7 miles to the Preston Goods Loop. So yeah, shows wise, got James May's Shed thing, that's on in an hour, but I'll watch that tomorrow. NCIS Origins, that's going to be tomorrow. Grand Designs Australia tomorrow. Tracker, that's back in 5 days, that's good. Stranger Things in a week. Heated Rivalry, I'm looking forward to that one. That's the gay ice hockey one, which from the trailer, I think that's going to be quite interesting. Man vs. Baby in 3 weeks' time. The Pit is back in January. That's a show that I will watch the whole of season 1 again before watching season 2, because that's just brilliant. Daredevil, back in March. One Piece is back in March. And then next year, obviously, we've got the Harry Potter series as well. And then Slow Horses and all the other shows that have finished. So yes. So if I'm streaming 3 times a day over Christmas, you know I'm bored. It's like 8 AM, Steve's gone live on Twitch, he's bored. Farming. Early morning farming. Be like back during COVID. Bored or bored? Well, yeah. Could be bored on a board. Board. We have 6 miles to go to Preston Goods Loop. Hang on, have I gained... I think people have subscribed this evening without doing the subscription thing, which is fine. So I've gained 7 subscribers during the stream tonight, and I don't think that many people have actually subscribed on the stream. No. Sim has... And then Barry gifted a sub. That's 2. So there's 5 other people who have subscribed without actually doing the whole notify me on the stream thing. Twitch has been having issues due to the Clolid thing. Ah, okay. That's probably what it is then. Well, don't forget, some people have it on automatic thingy, don't they? If you're paying for it, it just happens, doesn't it? It could be it could be embarrassment. Yeah. Oh crap, if I've really got to admit that I've subscribed to... I'll just sit here and keep quiet. It's fine. No, be loud and proud. But that was great. I do feel very humbled sometimes with people subscribing. It's like, why? Obviously you benefit because you don't get to see the adverts. It's a safe space. You can speak it freely. We may ridicule you afterwards and talk about you when you're not here. But apart from that, it's a safe space. You missed the ads. Well, unsubscribe then, you dimwit. It's quite simple. Go on, do it. Tell you what, stay subscribed, just don't talk in the chat or Discord. Give us all some peace. Poor Tiger. It'll miss you. Can we come back to you on that? Can we just let you know? Can we just... We'll confer. We'll take a vote, and then we'll let you know. We'll make sure you're stopping at red lights. I'm not going anywhere. Oh no, we won't. Remember what I said at lunchtime? I was drunk. I've been out lunchtime drinking. That explains it. Yeah, it does. No, I found something out yesterday. It's just, well, yeah, made me so happy. It was great. Did I meet Ed? Oh, bless Ed. He's struggling, bless him. I know he won't watch the stream back, but I'm actually toying with putting a bit of a care package together for Ed and sending it to him for Christmas. Not with alcohol, because he said he can't, seriously, he can't drink because of his the vertigo that he's got going on. But yeah, I thought about putting a bit of a care package together for Ed. Bless him, he's struggling. Some days he can't even get out of bed. So we do miss him. He's a bit of a legend, is our Ed. And he's one of the long ones. He's been here since the Google Plus days. Him, Liam, and Larwood are the only three that are still around from the days when this, well, to admit it anyway, from the days before Discord and the days of Google Plus, which was 10 years ago. I remember Ed chirping in on the old Google Plus pages. Just send Nico. Well, me, Trent, we're going to go and see Ed during Christmas and New Year, but I don't think he'll be up to visitors unless things dramatically improved. So, yeah, I will send him a bit of a care package. Right, 1.3 miles to the Preston Goods Loop. We've got a 35 coming up. I'll send him an air freshener. Well, you say that, Nico. I have ideas. I'm sure we'll chat. Alright, so in we come to Preston. Nice guy. Bottle of Lambrini, he'll do anything. I've been in Preston before. Didn't tell me his name. I also saw, what was I watching yesterday? Ross Noble is touring, and I think he's somewhere relatively close to me. I need to look at dates. Watched an interview with him on the Chris Moyle show, and mentioned he was touring, and I think it'd be hilarious to go and see. You never heard of Ross Noble? One that looks like a spaniel. Northern, now lives in Australia. His comedy is just completely it's my sort of humour, because it's just, he'll start talking about one thing and then just go off on a tangent, a bit like Billy Connolly used to be. Yeah, I think he's playing Basingstoke. Possibly the Anvil in Basingstoke, where I want to see Joe Bonamassa. So I know that's easy to get to. And quite good venues, not that big. November the 20th. What? That's this Thursday. Oh, it's into next year as well, though, I think. I can't go and see this bloody Thursday, can I? That's one venue I did say I'd keep an eye out on who was on down there, because it's a really good venue. I've only got a clue who's on at the Wyvern or the Arts Centre. I've seen a couple of really good people at the Arts Centre here in Swindon. I really must get out of the house more next year. We got time to do anything else? I don't think so. There we go. It's Dorking. So yeah, there we go. That was the nuclear stuff. There was certainly more on West Coast Mainline South than there was on the Preston to Carlisle. Something interesting. I say it does add some extra layering in. Next week, I said we'll do something American. Ross at the Wyvern, 16th of March. Ooh. Now then. When do they go on sale? Or are they already on sale? I'll have to go and book that. So yeah, may do a bit of Boston Sprinter, although they're not very long, are they? That was an hour. Hour and 5. Boston to Providence. On sale already. Alexa, what day is the 16th of March next year?
March 16th next year was 2024.
What? No, that's not what I asked. Oh, it's a Monday night. Oh, even better. That's what I was trying to work out if it would affect the stream. That's right. I'm only streaming one day a week next year. Oops, spoiler. So yeah, so may do one of the. We've got Boston to Worcester as well, haven't we? £35.50. That's not bad. Yeah, so may do some Boston to Worcester next year. Well, that's an hour and a half, look. Boston South to Worcester. Hour and 31 minutes. Same price you paid for Russell Howard. I'll find some Ross Noble on YouTube. I got a couple of his stand-ups on DVD. It's my sort of humour because it's a bit out there. Other person I'd like to go and see is Bill Bailey, because it's music and humour with Bill Bailey. I've got all of his stand-ups and they're brilliant. So I want to see if he's touring. But yeah, I might go and book that then. It might be Billy No Mates and go to the Wyvern. And get that done next year. Ross Noble's like an older version of Tiger. Yeah, but his hair isn't as long. There we go then. Into America next Tuesday for some more trains. Next stream though, tomorrow night, something new called Purifiers, which is a cleaning game. So think of it a bit like Power Wash, but not. Which has got a multiplayer aspect to it. So we'll see what it's like in single player, as to whether we then do some multiplayer in that. Thursday night though, some multiplayer cleaning with Power Wash Sim. We're going to carry on from where we got to last time on Thursday. Friday night, some Roblox British Railways. Haven't done that for quite some time. Saturday night, I will be here because of the weather. I'm not going out for a day on Saturday now. But we'll be here on Saturday night with something. And then Sunday lunchtime, we'll be here with some farming. Sunday night, got some... Really? Single player Saturday night. Sunday night will be some repo where the four of us will be hiding and getting killed again. I know it's not something that you guys enjoy watching on Twitch, but I'm enjoying doing it, so sod ya. And then Monday night back with something as well, which I think I did say was going to be OMSI. So there we go. Thanks to you lot in chat then for keeping me company for the last 2 and a bit hours. And to these people as well. So thanks to Magic Feet and Mixin' Dave for scaring the crap out of me and following. Sim and Chef Lad for subscribing. One of those thanks to a gift. Moderation team for doing absolutely sod all. And LWD for the raid. Thank you very much indeed. Trent's really trying to get rid of me, isn't he? Keep saying goodbye. Like, it's just like he's got something else to be. What's he doing? He's playing OMSI for like the 34th hour in a row. Anyway, I will be back. No one told me what's next on the story, so I apologise if the story time in about a minute's time is the same one I read last time, because I can't remember what it was. So we'll see what happens there. I'll be back tomorrow night for some cleaning. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching. Mr. and Mrs. Brown peeked in next and laughed too. "Paddington," said Mrs. Brown kindly, "maybe we should stick to cereal today."